All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to DTS. Going into our next kind of piece on week one of the NFL is the Dolphins Chargers, which was an absolute shootout, but Tua and Tyreek Hill had just video game numbers. So I guess my biggest question that I have based on what I saw from this game is, and especially after kind of what we talked about the Jets being, and we'll have a whole video about that Bills-Jets game later, but do you see the Dolphins winning the division?
Based on how Buffalo played last night, whew, Dolphins got the best chance at winning the AFC East.
After that sad excuse for a Monday Night Football game, if Tyreek Hill and Tua stay healthy, I don't think it should be a problem.
Yeah, the Jets just lost Aaron Rodgers after 4 plays. He's out for the season with a ruptured Achilles. The Jets have that guy at quarterback. Unless they make a good trade and get off of him, Zach Wilson, I don't think they're going to be top of the division. Bills will probably figure it out, but their window is closing. It's like they're getting worse. Maybe I'm being biased, but that game was...
No,
dude, Josh Allen is a turnover machine.
It did not look good.
It did not look good. And then, yeah, I think Miami can win the division. As long as Tua stays healthy, Tyreek's still out there dominating, they'll be fine. They got Jalen Waddle. They're going to be just fine.
Have you looked at the box score of the game? Do you know how many total yards Tua has?
I think it was 400.
466 yards.
Jeez, bro.
Absolutely
Nuclear.
Crazy numbers. And when his rookie year, when he got in, it looked very notable that he was having a problem getting the ball all the way deep.
Well, it's still a problem.
It did not look like a problem yesterday.
It was most of his yards came from Yak.
Yes, but the couple of deep balls that he did have were pretty solid darts. So I'm not going to say that all of a sudden he can completely
maybe he's
throw
getting
the deep
better.
ball now.
Yeah, he's probably just getting better.
Exactly. He looks like he's ready to start to take a big step from what he did last year coming into this year.
Oh my! Tyreek's on pace for 3,500 yards.
215 yards and 2 tutters yesterday.
Disgusting.
Dude, like, it was gross.
That's crazy.
That whole game was so just absolutely crazy. And shout out to Justin Herbert, too, who had 228 yards, which seems like a good game for him. But then if the guy that's throwing the ball on the other side is dropping 466, like, what are you going to do?
That's an average game for Justin Herbert. He can definitely throw for over 300.
Yeah, my biggest thing is just the health concerns of Tua and Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill even missed a couple of games last year that kind of pushed him back on his numbers and whatnot.
Yeah, Tua is the biggest concern. He has to stay healthy. That's their only shot. That's what's gonna make or break their season is Tua being healthy.
So let's say they win the division. How far do you think their playoff chances are for this year?
Who are the better teams coming? Ooh.
Chiefs, Bengals, yeah,
Ravens.
They've kind of got everything to go through.
Jaguars are good. I don't think the Jags are better than Miami, but Chargers. I don't know. They can maybe make it to the second round, but they're not going to get past. I mean, even Buffalo could whoop them if Buffalo gets on the right track, but Miami has a chance at whooping Buffalo.
Yeah, after this first game, just going off of this first week, obviously every team's probably going to look a little bit better. You know, some moves are going to get made, but after this first week, Miami is easily probably the best team in that division right now. I don't think they, besides maybe the Chargers, but right now I think they make Kansas City look like a joke. I think they make the Bills look like a joke.
Oh, that's disrespectful.
The fact that I had to watch that game on Monday Night Football was
They made the Bills look like a joke, but not the Chiefs. They made Cincinnati. I mean, if we're going off the first week, then yeah, they're Super Bowl winners.
That's what I'm saying. Just going off of this first week.
But going off the season, which I prefer to do, we don't know what's gonna happen. But they're not better.
Assuming Tua and Tyreek stay healthy.
Yeah, they're not better than the Bengals. They're not better than the Chiefs. I don't know how good Baltimore is gonna be this year. They didn't look particularly great. And then they still got Buffalo. I think Miami's better than Buffalo as of now, but on paper, Chiefs and Bengals are still better than them. But Miami has the scariest offense, I would say, in the NFL right now. But with me saying that, there's also Miami's got a good shot at breaking through this year if they stay healthy. So it's anyone's game right now in the AFC. Like, without Travis Kelce, the Chiefs did not look dominant, and without Chris Jones. But they're going to have them both back next week. We're going to see what happens. I can't imagine a world where Miami beats the Chiefs this year in the playoffs, but never know.
I would not be surprised to see the Dolphins in the divisional championship.
Why? What if they ever won for you to not be surprised in being there?
I guess nothing at this point, but on paper, they look incredible. I'm just going off of the first game that I've seen.
I would be surprised if they made it to the divisional, but I can definitely see it happening.
The Bengals hadn't won anything before Joe Burrow went on to even make a Super Bowl appearance.
But no one was saying that they were going to make the divisional that year. That's my point.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would be surprised if they did, but I would definitely I could definitely see it happening. Like, they can make it there. It all depends on Tua, man. Like, he has to stay healthy. He's just got to learn. Hopefully, over the offseason, they kind of they had to have done some sort of training to try to help him. I mean, you can't necessarily learn how to take a sack, but
no, there's ways you can kind of learn how to fall to not,
I'm sure they worked
back
on
of the
that.
head first into the turf or anything like that.
And I'm sure they're going to be a lot less risky with him. Like, if you're going to go down, just take the sack. Like, don't risk getting, like, Josh Allen. Oh my God, he looks like a tight end when he runs out there. Like, he's just going to kill. It's
dropping his shoulder on people.
He's a monster. He's a monster. But
yeah, but if Tua does that, the season's over.
I wish the Jets, I wish Aaron Rodgers didn't get hurt because the Jets were going to make the AFC so interesting this year. Baltimore's always boring. Lamar Jackson's fun to watch, I guess, but just Baltimore. I mean, they got Odell.
Because we're not going to have a specific video on that Texans-Baltimore game, I will say that team is going to need some time to get used to each other. Odell wasn't getting enough touches. I don't think in general, they threw the ball very well. It looked, on paper, final score, you look at the box score, it looked like they did good, but eye test did not.
And J.K. Dobbins he tore his Achilles, and he was on my fantasy team too. Shout out.
Who else do you have cursed on your fantasy team?
Well, he's the only one that's... I have Mark Andrews. He didn't play. I had T. Higgins. I got Christian Watson. He didn't play. I have all these guys, and they're on the bench. I get smoked. I'm over it! But I wish, like I was saying, I wish Aaron Rodgers didn't go down because the Jets were going to make the AFC super interesting. But as of now, the NFC clears the AFC at this time. The NFC has so much more talent. Debatably, okay, we don't know how the Chiefs are going to look with Kelce and Chris Jones, but as of right now, the NFC probably has, three or four.
Arguably the 3 or 4 best teams
in the NFL right now. The Cowboys, the 49ers. Philly didn't look particularly great, but on paper, they have an insane roster. And Jalen Carter was eating out there. Can't believe they got Jalen Carter. But who else was I going to say? I don't know. But the NFC just got a ton of talent. So we'll just see what happens this year. I think the AFC is wide open. And Miami might break through this year.
That's why I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not expecting it, but if it does happen, I could picture it. Like I could see them legitimately having a push. And
not with a backup quarterback in, but with
that
Tua,
is true. Not with a backup QB.
With Tua, they can definitely do it.
For sure. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. How far do you see the Dolphins going this year? Do you think they're better than the Chiefs? Do you think they will be better than the Chiefs? Let us know down below. Peace.